This lab is called Ben's mistake. So this is a simulation, and the purpose of this activity is to experience the mistake that Ben Franklin made when describing current. So as always, there's going to be some references here. Of course, the first one is going to be the simulation, and I have that off in the screen to the right, just so I can show you everything that we're going to be doing. Then there's something about electric current, and just a little history of Ben Franklin and how he worked with current. No equations for this lab. Now, in this one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a circuit. So there's a picture there. The first thing that you want to do is hit this intro button, right? So we're using intro. You could use a lab. I'd rather use the intro, right? So we're just going to make that circuit. That's what the instructions say, right? Construct the circuit in the picture, check the boxes in the setting box to match the picture, read the scenario description, and match the conditions in the picture circuit to determine if the current is flowing. So I'm just going to go ahead and make that real fast. There we go. Put that battery there. All right. I need a switch. Perfect. Another wire. I want the little light bulb. There we go. And put a wire there and another wire. There we go. Right. So that's what our circuit's going to look like. And I want to see the values too, right? I can see but this is going to be our circuit. All right. So, and I got electrons, everything's set up the way it is. So this is the first scenario, actually, right? So you can see here, the first scenario is going to be this, right? So does current flow? You can see here there's no current flowing, right? So no. Now notice it stayed red, but that's just because you have to get all of them correct. This one's real easy, right? So I'm just going to go to that next one. Just flip that switch, and you can see, okay, now current is flowing, right? So I would just click yes. There we go. I can click yes on that one. Last one, right? So I have the switch closed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here. You can see all the way down here, I want to make the voltage 0. Okay, well, now there's no flow, right? So there's no flow, right? So now it turned green, right? So I just did that part for you. It's real easy to do, just doing those different scenarios. The next part, we're gonna reconstruct that circuit again, make it back at 9 volts. There's a little toggle only goes up by 0.1, but make it 9 volts, have it open. Then what we're gonna do is, you can see the current flow. I'm gonna switch from conventional to electrons. And what you have to do is tell me, well, what direction that they're flowing. So you've done this one. You've already done the one where the current is flowing, and you can see that it's flowing counterclockwise. So I'm going to go ahead and put that. Right? And I guess I might as well just do the next one, conventional. Okay, well, now it is flowing clockwise, right? Real easy, right? So this one's just fun to sort of mess around with. But the question is why, though, right? So just looking at this, explain why was current able to flow in some of the scenarios. You can see that no, yes, no. Why, right? Why were they able to flow in some scenarios? What must be present in order for current to flow? So there are 2 conditions that must be met in order for current to flow. And you can see that these up here will will sort of hopefully help you figure that out. Like what conditions must be met. And the last one, Ben Franklin thought that current was the flow of fluid, and thought that the fluid would flow from positive to negative. This is what we describe as conventional current. Like, we still use this today. Now, was Ben Franklin wrong about the flow of electric charge? If so, why do you think he made this mistake? Why do you think he made this mistake? So there was a bigger mistake. We still use that today, but the big key is, like, I mean, was he able to actually see the charge flowing from one place to another? Right? Was he actually able to see positive flowing to negative or negative flowing to positive? Right? So we know that electrons are the ones that flowing. Was he actually able to see them move? So once again, this is that simulation, Ben's mistake.